everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom, and today I'm going to be sharing with you our May homeschool favorites. I have a few things here that we have really been loving during the month of May, and I thought I would share them with you in this video. The first one is this book about Corrie ten Boom. It's of the Heroes for Young Readers series. This is probably the third one we've read, so I'm not sure if I've shared it in a favorites video before or not, but I wanted to share it with you now because I feel like this is a great series. It's a part of the Christian Heroes Then and Now series, but it's written to a little bit of a younger audience. They are written in rhyme, so you're still getting a good overview of the person of history, but in a little bit of a gentler form. I wanted to talk to my kids about some of these people who have made a difference in history, but it's sometimes hard to just jump right into the biography and kind of the reality of history. During the time of World War II and Nazi Germany, it's really a hard topic to begin discussing with your 10-year-old, your 6-year-old. So we have read further on Corrie ten Boom, but this is where we started talking about her. This is where we started talking about just what a rough time in history that actually was. It's a good way to kind of start gently sharing with them some of the things that have happened. So this series, I can't recommend it highly enough. We absolutely love these. They're a great jumping off point, or if you just have that morning time to discuss biographies, then it gives a good overview of her whole story. And this is the third one we've read, and I felt like each of them have done that. The second book I want to share with you is a book called My America, a Poetry Atlas of the United States. I talked about this one when I filmed Memorizing Poetry with Your Kids, which I will link down below. At that time, I didn't realize how much we would actually enjoy this book. We picked it up at our charter school, but I actually hesitate to potentially purchase this for our library as well, because I have been really impressed by it. Each section is broken up by region. And so, for example, there's this page that shares the state, their state capital, their nickname, their bird, their motto, the area, facts about that state, so much information. And then you have poems that are related to or explain more about that state. Again, here we have Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. There's a map of that area, and then the poetry that goes along with the area. The illustrations are absolutely beautiful. This is a really just amazing book to have. I feel like it would be a great way to combine poetry as well as your geography study, and I think this would be a good one to have in your library. Whether you're memorizing poetry or not, it's just a great one to give a little bit more information to the kids. We did a real brief Mother Goose crash course in our morning basket. We were going to be part of a collaboration about Mother Goose and just did not have the time to pull it together, but I will link that playlist down below for the people who did contribute, because there were some great ideas. The one that we included in our morning basket as part of our study was Other Goose, re-nurseried and re-rhymed children's classics. So what we would do is we would read the original Mother Goose poem, and then we would come find it in here and see how the author played with the language. The illustrations in this book are so whimsical, so much fun. They made my kids imagine poetry in ways that they probably never would have imagined these poems before. It's just been hilarious. Josiah all of a sudden was like, oh my gosh, she's writing a goose. So I thought this is a fun book to just play with the rhyme and to encourage the kids to play with poetry as well. That just because one person writes it a particular way, you can have your own personal spin on the poetry that makes it fun. Fourth thing I want to share with you is a cooperative game. This is the first cooperative game that we ever purchased and had in our home, and it's called A Walk in the Woods. And you have your game board that is divided into different sections. You have all these little game pieces that you distribute throughout the game board, and there's a couple of different categories. There is look at cards. There are These are the hazards. These are the solution to your hazards. And then you have the things that you are trying to gather for your picnic basket. Everybody that's playing has a picnic basket and 3 items that they need to gather. The cards are flipped over. If you flip over a hazard in this area, so now I cannot pick any other cards from this area until this has been solved. And it tells you the cards that will solve it. Hat, cream, water, or clothes. So then I lose my turn. The next person goes. They have to pick from a different section of the map. If they can find a way to solve this problem, they take it off the board because we're all working together. Then you're working to get all the things in your picnic basket. If everybody can fill their picnic basket with the items they need, then you have won the game. If you get stuck to where there's a hazard and there's things you can't remove off the board wins. So you're all working together. It's a different way of playing board games than I had ever really been introduced to before, but we are enjoying it, and it's a good way to introduce board games to your littles. My third item, I actually have to take the camera down and show you because it's on the shelf, so let's walk over there. So this is our 5th homeschool favorite of the month. They're a little hard to see because there's a glare on the cup, but we are hatching butterflies. We got our caterpillars at the end of April, and they've gone into their chrysalis. I have been really nervous to do this project, but I figure I'm homeschooling my last kiddo, and so it was now or never. So right now and I'm actually enjoying it. Now I have not had to open the lid and put them in the butterfly net yet, and at that point I may be a little bit squeamish. I might ask for some help from my husband. But it's been a really cool learning experience to have them in our home and just watch the whole process up close. So those are our homeschool favorites for the month of May. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you are loving in your homeschool. And even beyond that, leave me a comment and let me know what you are most looking forward to this summer. This is our last one until next school year, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.